Grant Cardone, the best-selling author, renowned speaker, international social media influencer, and a real estate magnate. In his book titled The Millionaire Booklet, How to Get Super Rich, he stated, "Regardless of your current economic condition, where you live, or what you do, you can become wealthy." Now, if you're asking if it's possible to get rich from scratch, well, the answer is yes. At least Grant Cardone believes so. To be wealthy, you do not have to be born into a wealthy family. You don't even have to be the most intelligent. Being a millionaire is many people's goal, but only a few people's reality. Yet obtaining economic success is not as difficult as you might imagine. It is nearly hard to become wealthy without working or doing nothing. But with commitment, standards, and determination, your first million can become a reality. There are many intelligent people with good ideas, yet they are nonetheless penniless. Why? Because their ideas are just that. Ideas. Ideas without a plan of action are nothing more than that. First and foremost, it could be an issue of choice. If you spend more than you make in a month and rely heavily on loans and financing, your wallet will be full of liabilities or debts, jeopardizing your ability to save and invest. On the other hand, if you choose a more moderate way of living, it is virtually certain that you will soon be able to expand your assets. This does not imply not owning a car or never taking a vacation. It just means having enough money to cover your expenses. Is that 60-inch TV really needed? And does that 170 horsepower German vehicle really need to get around? By asking yourself these questions, you may realize that your money could be better spent. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you secrets of how to become rich from nothing. These are Grant Cardone's 8 steps to being rich. These ideas and steps apply to everybody, since they are true for him, and they might as well be true for you. Welcome to Thrivetastic. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? And as always guys, give this video a thumbs up for that YouTube algorithm. 1. Change your mindset. The instant you finally shift your mindset, your millionaire life begins. What has prevented you from being wealthy is not merely your existing circumstances, such as education and work, but more importantly, your mentality. If you begin to believe that you will never make it, you're already signing your own death warrant. How about start convincing yourself that you can do it? 2. Do some math. Think about the many ways to earn more money. There are a lot of options to make $1 million. Just open yourself up to the possibilities. For example, if you sold a $100 item to 10,000 people, you just made $1 million. If you send a $200 item to 5,000 people, the outcomes are the same. Reaching a big number of customers is now possible, thanks to the internet and e-commerce platforms such as eBay and Facebook advertising. Simply saying "I want to get rich" will not get you there. The most crucial stage is to devise and document a viable plan. In many respects, adopting a financial strategy symbolizes not just the start of a project, but also determines its success. Consider the following scenario. You want to operate a fashion store. You will not be successful unless you plan ahead of time. What do you hope to earn in your first, second, and third years? How many customers do you need to have each week to meet that target? You should consider how much money you have to invest to generate that customer flow, among other things. 3. Create 3 sources of income. If you just work one job, you bear the risk of losing your only source of income if the company goes out of business tomorrow. The point is that it will become increasingly difficult to become wealthy with only one income. And this applies to both the public and private sectors. Whatever you do with lifelong employment contracts, the classic quote-unquote secure position of the past no longer exists. While decent work and financial security are crucial, consider diversifying your income. The wealthy don't rely on a single source of income. You must have at least 3 of them. You can, for example, invest in a financial product, sell products on the internet, start a blog, invest in the stock market, spend your spare time teaching a language using a computer, rent property and convert it into an Airbnb, and so on. 4. Learn a high-income skill. A high-income skill enables you to make a minimum of $10,000 per month. Why should you study a profitable skill? Because there is no investment required and there is no risk. All you have to do is choose something you enjoy doing and learn how to do it very well. Following that, you must find clients that require services. Suppose you decide to pursue copywriting. This includes creating advertising copy, sales pages, Facebook ads, email marketing, and so on. Copywriting is a high-paying skill because it allows you to make at least $10,000 each month. You must learn at first, but fortunately, a lot of useful knowledge is available for free on the internet. To save time, you can always acquire an excellent copywriting course and a lot of books. The next stage is to find clients and market your copywriting services to them. You may, for example, assist them in improving the copy on their website. You are assisting them in increasing their conversion rate by doing so. Because the internet appears to be the answer to everything, let's look at how to make money on the internet. Making money can be done in a variety of ways, and earning money online requires some specific elements. Here is a list of activities for making money on the internet. There are 7 different ways to earn money online. Make content for your blog, YouTube channel, or any other social media outlet. You can use eBay or other e-commerce platforms to buy and sell your items or services. Learning to code and create or fix websites will be among the most effective methods to make money. Become an SEO specialist in the future. We are not just saying this, and if you know anything about it, you realize how difficult it is to carry out the publisher's activities. Make deals with platforms to place ads on your channels or products. For example, use the channels to identify business prospects and calls. 5. Hang out with the right people. We frequently hear the phrase, "There is no money around, there's a crisis." However, I believe that the term crisis can be entirely relative, and the phrase mentioned can be nothing but far from the truth. After all, without considering inflation, money is constant and would always remain the same. A medium of exchange or a tool for business regardless of whether there is a crisis or not. There is always a continuous supply of money since the bank often produces them. Contrary to money, people often change. No matter how little it is, people do change. Humans are curious creatures, and we're built with adaptability features. That's why when time changes, so do we. Humans are also social creatures. We can mirror each other's activities and emotions. That's why who we hang out with is very important, as we could influence each other greatly. This is particularly through doing business and earning money. For example, if you decided to sell wedding items, start by joining newlywed Facebook groups. If you've opted to sell Rolex watches, begin by investing in city luxury hangouts. Finance and business in general are complicated fields to grasp when alone. It is not easy for a layman to understand whether an investment or a company's startup strategy is right or wrong, safe or risky, profitable or unproductive. This is why you must surround yourself with the right people. Professionals who know how to make the right decisions on the thousands of technical issues that any entrepreneur faces every day. 6. Save. If you're an impulsive buyer, I've got some terrible news for you. You must learn to save money. The worst thing you can do with your first dollar is to start spending it carelessly. You'll be tempted to take some satisfaction with you. That's why I recommend that you only devote a portion of your profits to this. Let's say 10%, and set aside or invest the remainder. Remember, avoid spending money on frivolous things like tropic vacations, which can be done later, luxury cars and watches, and dinners at starred restaurants. Live the same way you did before you started earning. Do not immediately throw yourself into reckless purchases. Open a separate current account where you can deposit your savings and consider them untouchable. 7. Invest. You'll be encouraged to live the good life and spend your money as soon as you start earning. There's nothing wrong with it, but put your new earnings in a different account and don't count them, and use them solely for new investments. Not to go on vacations or buy unnecessary stuff. The first thing to remember is that you should never focus solely on one investment. The basic principle is to diversify, which is to invest in multiple stocks rather than just one. As a result, if one side fails, the others should succeed, allowing you to limit your losses. The overall risk is reduced by diversifying the portfolio. Let me use an example to demonstrate this. Assume you're in 1988 and you have $10,000 to invest. You decide to invest $1,000 in 10 different investments, one of which is in Microsoft. Microsoft, as we all know, has had phenomenal success. Assume your other 9 investments have all failed and you've lost everything. Thanks to your investment in Microsoft, you still have $500,000 in your pocket. This is why diversification is important. A well-constructed portfolio can withstand even huge doses of failure and continue to deliver more than good returns. 8. Never go into debt. If you're in debt, no matter how wealthy you are, you're a slave to the banking system. You must work to pay them and maintain your quality of living, possibly at a job that you despise. In other words, never borrow. If you're thinking about starting your own business or producing a project but need to go into debt to do it, put it off. Proceed only when you can cover all of the expenditures yourself. You're risk-free in this manner, and the lack of finances encourages us to seek creative solutions to problems. We are now done with the 8 steps to becoming rich. But before we end this video, I'd like to hear from you guys. At this point, do you believe that becoming rich, especially for those coming from the bottom, would be possible? Please share your thoughts in the comment section down below. We always read them and your opinions always matter. To wrap up today's video, if you want to change your life, get to work, because nobody will do it for you. Stop making excuses like you don't have this, you don't have that, you can't do this, and you can't do that. Money is evil, so I'll just work enough to sustain the current life that I have. All of these are just your money blocks that are limiting your growth and restraining you from obtaining the life that you want. Thank you for watching this Thrivetastic video. So if you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this awesome Thrivetastic video for you to watch next.